Yeah. Hey, welcome to another episode, man. You know what time of the year it is? March Madness. So we're getting into it. Everything March, everything mad, man. Picks, who's going to be the upset, Cinderella story, sleepers, we got it all right here on Son of a Gun.
Rest in peace to my grandma, yeah, she raised the dawn. Yeah, and shout out to my mom, I'm a son of a gun.
Welcome to the show, man. I got a guy with me today co-hosting the episode. It's been a long time since his college days, but nowadays guys are going to college for 8, 9.
On the bubble, not happy about that because they lost some spots to that. But I think these are 4 solid number 1 seeds.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're number 1 seeds for sure. And I think, strength of schedule plays a big part into it. So,
Sure.
I feel like only if you're like a mid-major, one of the lower divisions where you got to really win your tournament to get into the show. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Not surprised, though. I mean, UConn, led by Donovan Clinton, leading the team. I mean, he's their big man, their center, getting boards, getting buckets, leads the team in points by a ton. So I think that's the guy that they're going to have to use. And you always need a guy who's going to score. You need that scorer on your team, a guy who can go off for 30, 35 in the tournament because you never know what's going to happen.
Well, right. And like I said, they won their conference tournament. So they have really all year, they've kind of been right there. So if we had to give a number 1 seed overall for the tournament, it would be UConn. And I think their program has it together. They only had the 3 losses this year. So they definitely know how to play. I expect to see them in the Final Four. Really.
Okay. What about UNC? I mean, they got R.J. Davis. He's the big scorer for them. What you got on UNC?
So, they didn't win their conference tournament. They lost to NC State. So, but again, at one point this year they were number 1. So it's fitting that they're a number 1 seed.
Hey, NC State, though, I will say this about NC State. What have they done their last 5 games? They won them. What do you need to be in March Madness to get to the Final Four, the championship game?
We've seen it before. The team that comes in hot. So look out now. So what kind of seed? What kind of seed did they get? So,
they're way down there.
We'll see. But they may be in a position to, I wouldn't say coast or cruise, but they may be in a position to be able to get to the Sweet 16 and cause some surprises in the Elite 8.
Yeah, NC State's got the 11th seed. First game's against Texas Tech, who's a 6th seed. So we'll see.
No doubt they got their work to do, but they've proven over the last 5 games and throughout the tournament that they're there to play. So,
hey, and I'll say this. I think that they can beat Texas Tech, but they'll probably have to face Kentucky, who, people doubted them. They used to be, one and done, good guys, bad guys, whatever. Hey, I like who they have this year. I think they got some dogs. And so I think Kentucky is getting back to their real form. So I think that's going to be tough for NC State. But if they're hot, anything can happen. So I like NC State as my sleeper. Other top number 1 seeds, Houston.
Yeah.
We got on Houston.
Yeah. So I like the Cougars. I like what they've done. They didn't win their tournament, and they got blasted in the final game, but they didn't need that. They were going to be a number 1 seed. They were going to be a number 1 seed basically in their region. So, the motivation to win the tournament should have been there, but what they didn't do, like the football players, they didn't opt out. So they're going to be right there. They'll be okay. They'll be all right.
The opt-out situation really has you teed, huh? It's just out of left field.
They at least showed up. They didn't opt out of it. So
out of their conference tournament, they didn't opt out. Good. I'm glad they didn't. LJ Cry is the leading scorer for that team, so
right.
They'll be looking at him to kind of go off. Him and Jamal Sheed.
And I think those two guys can get hot and score with anybody, and so it's going to be fun to watch them. And again, they're basically going to have kind of home field advantage for the first couple 4 rounds, right? So that's working out good for Houston right now. They're in a pretty good spot. The same could be said for UConn, right? And maybe a little bit for North Carolina. So, being an overall number 1 seed isn't as important as just being a 1 seed and getting to play in your region.
Yeah, for sure. And the last number 1 seed is Purdue. They got the Twin Towers, the 7-footers. The 7-footers, A.J. Hammond and Isaac Haas. But personally, I don't care for them. Twin Towers, I don't think, it's just a nickname. I don't really think they're the guys on that team. I think Zach Eden, he's scoring, 50 points a game. He's doing everything, shooting 50% from the field, from 3-point. Dude is really a problem, and I feel like he's going to be the guy. You know how dudes get hot in March, right? And it's like, dude, this guy just came out of nowhere, and he is burning it up. He's going to be that guy.
Yeah, I think where you get into it with them, with the Twin Towers, is on the defensive side of the court, where they're going to be more effective. And that's going to allow their front court to get out and run a little bit, I think. Just going to have the opposing teams firing up threes from anywhere and everywhere. And so the Twin Towers, from a defensive standpoint, can be effective. And it would work a little bit on the offensive side, but I think they play enough really good zone oppositions to keep them from being too domineering on the offensive glass.
But the 3-ball is how you win in March.
Well, so that's why we watch the games, right? Because definitely everybody's throwing them up there, so we definitely get a chance to see them. And that whole Twin Tower thing reminds me of Kentucky some years back, and they had Twin Towers. They had Sam Bowie, 7'1", and they had Melvin Turpin at 6'11", and that was quite the Kentucky team. I believe they went ahead and won the championship with that, and so that was good to see. And we know it works because we've seen it in the NBA as well. We saw it with the Houston Rockets.
NBA is a different game.
It is a different game. I am just simply referring to the Twin Towers. That's only the Twin Towers, where you had Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon with the Rockets. Just quite effective. And I'm just referring to the point or the fact of the Twin Towers. And then, of course, we saw it with my San Antonio Spurs with David Robinson and championship-winning Tim Duncan. So my point is...
stop bringing up dudes that are playing in the 1900s.
My point is about the Twin Towers, how it can be useful, it can be effective when it's, executed correctly. So Purdue is in this thing.
You think any of them win the tournament?
What do you mean, any of them?
The 1 seeds.
Yes.
Who?
Are you kidding me?
Who?
How about them Cougars, baby?
Oh, my God.
How about them Cougars?
Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me? How about them Cougars?
Wow. You put any money on it? You gambling man?
We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk.
No, not with me. They got 500 apps that you could gamble on.
I thought maybe you had some adult juice boxes you had in mind. So, yeah. How about them Cougars? So, and because if they face UConn, it'll be in the championship game.
If UConn makes it to the championship game.
And there
I mean,
you go.
so what do you think? 2 1 seeds are making it to the finals? Like,
And there you go.
okay, so you're nuts. You've never watched a tournament. Rarely do 1 seeds get there. Cut it out. But those are the 1 seeds, and we got more teams to watch. Sleepers, our Cinderellas coming up next. I love to see these girls getting scrappy. We don't like to shy away from calling people out on their BS. Sonia Fagan, why are you not scrapping? Get your feet and your hands moving, bro. Get active. It's unacceptable.
I was trying to get in the game as a sub.
That's what it was. Everybody's getting thrown out. Coach definitely got to play me now. That is so selfish.
Well, I ain't getting no Neil money. I got to get some game time.
I ain't got no NIL money because I don't play, but I see my opportunity. I'm going to take it. Okay, fine. I respect that a little bit. But next time, get active. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. March Madness is about to be in full swing with the play-in tournaments coming up soon. So, with that being said, there's teams to watch. Who do we like? Who do we not like? Me personally.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Nah, I think one of the big weapons in March Madness is defense. People don't forget about that. People always think, oh, big score, that's all you need. But you got to play defense. If you can't stop anybody, these good teams are going to run all over you. If your hot shooter doesn't have a good night. So I think Marquette, they play team basketball. They spread the ball around. They don't care who scores the most points. And they play tough-nosed defense. So I think my sleeper this year is Marquette.
Wow. Really? Wow. Wow. I would, wow. Wow. I don't disagree with your analysis, just your opinion.
Why? What do you not agree with my opinion about?
The sleeper?
Yeah, you don't think they're a sleeper? Or a team to watch, I mean? That's, okay, so
Okay, all right. So I thought you were going to go with somebody like Kansas, right?
Yeah.
Because they're kind of down right now with the 2 injuries, with their 2 guys having injuries. So they haven't been playing up to the level that we're used to seeing Kansas. Those 2 guys are going to be out there. They're going to be playing, and they're going to be doing their little Kansas 2-step at this big dance. So if there's a team to watch, it ought to be Kansas.
And you think they're just going to be fresh off injury, no setbacks, good to go 100% like they were doing before they got hurt?
If anything, they might have a slight case of rust, but I think they're good enough to overcome that. And so after they get the first 20 minutes under them, oh, yeah. So that should be a team to watch. What are they seeded? 4th? That ought to be a team to watch.
Yes, and I want to recant my statement about Marquette being sleepers. They're my team to watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
My notes got jumbled around, and so I was reading too fast. But, yeah, Marquette is my team to watch.
Okay.
Tennessee is also a team to watch, too.
Tennessee's another team to watch. I felt like they could have easily been a number 1 seed. I understand about the strength of schedule and all of that, and theirs was pretty good. So, in fact, I think if they win one more game in the SEC tournament, I think they get that number 1 seed over North Carolina. So, but that's a team to watch, right? So, okay.
Okay, bet. Now let's get to my sleepers.
Okay.
There we go. My Steph Currys.
Okay. All right.
Put them to sleep. Boom. I already said their name earlier. What have they done in the past 5 games? NC State. They're hot. They're hot, right? And they've really been playing well the final stretch of the season. I think these guys are going to come out and shock the world, and they're my sleeper. I mean, yeah, purely because they're hot.
Really?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they're my sleeper.
Okay. I think their road is too tough.
Why? Who they got? Oh, Texas Tech and Kentucky? Yeah, Kentucky might be tough. Texas Tech might be tough. But see, it's one of those things, right? Boom, they beat the 6 seed Texas Tech. That's going to be a big win. That's only going to propel them even farther. Kentucky is supposed to be NC State, but it's March. Anything could happen.
You know they don't make those slippers out of glass anymore, right?
Hey, doesn't matter.
So, but as long as we're talking about Kentucky, we probably hadn't talked about this at all, but they are my one and done.
Really? They're your one and toasty? Wow.
So, if NC State can get past Texas Tech,
Okay.
so I've just seen.
So they get past Texas Tech, and then who do they got? Oakland? You think Oakland's going to beat
No.
Kentucky?
What I'm saying is, I don't know that Oakland has the talent to stay on the floor with Kentucky.
But you just said Kentucky's your
I know
one and done.
They are my one and done. It isn't because of Oakland. It's because of Kentucky. Right? Mm-hmm. So that's where the difference is. I need Kentucky to come out and play 100% every game. Don't take a play off. We saw in the Houston Iowa State championship game what happens when you take a play off. Mm-hmm. So, and that's what I've seen from Kentucky this year. Just kind of, and so if there is for me, if there is a one and done, it is those cats from UK.
I want to see Rob on Kentucky, Rob Dillinger. I think that's his name. I want to see him in the tournament. I feel like he's the kind of guy who gets in the tournament and just goes berserk. So I would love to see that. I hate for them to be a one and done, but it is Kentucky, and
the SEC would love to see it as well.
Yeah, they've been letting people down recently. Also, James Madison. Not a lot of people are talking about them, but they have a very good team, led by Terrence Edwards Jr., 17 points a game. And he leads the team in assists. I feel like he's their guy that they go to. But, again, they play team ball, good defense, and they play well together. So I'm looking forward to see them do something in the tournament.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see because they usually make a little noise. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So for me, I have a sleeper. How about Creighton? Nobody's talking about Creighton.
I feel like Creighton is that team. They're always good, right? And they always get in the tournament, always got these high hopes ever since they were the 16th seed and started winning. You remember that?
Right.
16th seed. And then ever since then, they've been like a team of destiny.
Sure.
But I mean.
Hey. Yep. And
cozy.
Yeah. And my second one may not surprise a lot of people, but it is Auburn. After winning the SEC tournament, but they've had a pretty successful season this year, and so I expect to see them, continue that. And like you said about NC State, if you're winning at the right time, you winning at the right time. Auburn, that's my sleeper. That's my second sleeper. So there'll be another team to watch, and they've got John Broome, right? He's scoring for him, and so he's getting rebounds, and so you got to watch for Auburn.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Okay. And that's gonna take us right into our Cinderellas. You said their slippers aren't made of glass.
That's correct.
Well, the backboard is. In my Cinderella, right? Being a Kennesaw State alum, I did get a degree. This team won our conference this year. And I mean, when I say run and gun offense, that's what they do. They get down the court and they shoot. And they hit a lot. Stetson University. Out of the ASUN conference. Hey, I know they got a big task ahead of them. They got UConn. They got UConn, but that's what makes a Cinderella. Taking down the big dog, game one. Shocking the world. Blowing brackets out of the water.
Well, listen, I tell you what. If the Hatters can do that, I will take my hat off to them.
Boo!
If the Hatters can do UConn's the best team in the country right now.
And see, and the other thing, this is my only thing about Stetson. Them boys play basketball like I play basketball, right? Don't expect me to guard you. Don't expect me to get a rebound. Don't expect me to do anything other than catch and shoot. 1-2 dribbles, I'm pulling. Right, get out ahead, and boom. I'm not doing all this extra stuff. No. You pick and roll, switch. I'm not fighting through picks. I'm not doing any of that. I'm pulling, and that's what they do. So, hey, maybe they can get lucky and just outscore UConn, but Tough road, but that's my Cinderella. The Stetson, the Mad Hatters, baby. Even though I do not like Stetson University.
You make that clear.
Yes, as a Kennesaw alum, I do not like Stetson, but they are my Cinderella this year. Got to represent for the ASUN.
All right. So my shocker, really, it still has to do the play-in, but.
Hey, HBCU, what up?
So I like the Bison. I like what they've been doing.
The Bisons.
The Bisons. Go Bison. So I like the Bisons, and I like the fact that they, like you said about the Hatters, are looking down there to score. They're coming down to score. If you're going to beat them, you're going to have to outscore them. And I expect to see them put up 75 points. Now, I know they're going to have to go against North Carolina, who you feel like is a pretty good shape, but that's going to be my shocker. And they're just going to just storm the court. Just storm the court.
I thought you said there's no place in the game for storming the court a couple episodes ago. Do we need to get the tape?
But we probably do, because I said March Madness is the one place you should storm the court. And this is going to be a chance for Howard the Bison. Yeah. Storm the court, baby.
Go crazy.
Let's go. So they, like I said, they got to do the play-in. So they got to win Tuesday night and then come back and knock off North Carolina. They just won that MEAC tournament. And again, going back to your statement about being hot at the right time, how about them Bison?
Okay.
How about them Bison?
I'm not gonna lie, I like that pick. Represent. I do love that pick. I think it's March Madness.
It is.
Has anyone ever gotten a correct bracket? No. You have a better chance. Listen to this. I heard this today. I read this on the internet, right? I could go anywhere in the world and pick up a grain of sand and then ask you to guess which piece of sand I got, and you're more likely to guess which grain of sand I picked up on the entire planet than getting a bracket correct in March Madness.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those 5-12 matchups. And so
absolutely insane. Insane. And we'll be right back with that one in the chamber, baby. How many dollars would it take to get you in a ring with 86 Mike Tyson?
For those 52 seconds, probably going to take $5 million per second.
That's close to $260 million.
In 86, I was thinking about my family and how I would provide for them, because I'm going to be sitting on the porch somewhere eating my cereal with a straw. And I'm probably going cheap. I'm going to have to see that in the bank way before I get to the training room, because it's going to take him that long to finally trap my ass in the corner. And that's if I was in shape, because if he caught me before then 52, say, oh, boy. Not 1986, Mike. Yep, $5 million for every second.
Okay, now did you really think we were going to forget about the women? Come on, baby.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So, boom. We got the 4 number ones. South Carolina, obviously. Who else they got number 1?
Texas. Lady Longhorns, and Iowa, of course. Caitlin's going to be up there. And then the one surprise for me is USC is the other number 4.
Yep.
So, I look at that and I'm like, okay, here we go. So the 2s are UCLA, Notre Dame, Stanford, and Ohio State. So who do you like?
Yeah, LSU is a 3 seed.
3.
That's kind of nuts. Hey, you should have fought harder. You should have boxed a little bit better. I think the women's side is a little bit different than the men's side. With the 1 seeds, I really do love South Carolina. Can Caitlin Clark go crazy, though? Right? Can she do it? Can she will her team to a championship? It's to be seen. If she does, though, I'm sure Nike will give her $1 trillion and make her the face of everything basketball, right under LeBron James. But
that's NBA. That's NBA.
Yeah, I brought him in here anyway, and I'll do it again.
Yeah. So my.
Oh, I didn't even say my pick.
Okay.
South Carolina Gamecocks. Cardozo, I love the way she plays. Their team, their coach, they got it. Yeah.
I think they're just too strong.
Yeah.
They execute well. They're too strong. They're just physical. They're determined, and they want to win. So Yeah, let's go Gamecocks.
Yeah, I like the Gamecocks. They've been there before. They know what they're doing. They got experience.
They know how to do it.
Yeah, I think they had the longest streak too in women's basketball for a while. So, yeah, I got to go with my Lady Gamecocks. And yeah, and so that's it for the brackets in March Madness.
All right.
But now we got one in the chamber. I'm gonna ask a question, get his response. He'll ask a one. You got a one in the chamber?
I got one.
Okay, then he'll give me a one in the chamber. I'll give my true opinion. Okay.
All right.
One in the chamber. Should boneless chicken wings be considered wings? Yes or no?
Hell no. First off, there's no such thing as a boneless chicken wing. It's a nugget. It might even be a chicken meatball. It is not a wing. A wing has a bone in it. All of the chickens that I've ever eaten has a bone in it. They have the audacity to take the bone out and call it a wing. It's a nugget. It's been a nugget since 1969 from McDonald's. I don't know who thought it was going to be better or more cost effective to start calling those things a wing. Damn nuggets. They're strips that's been rolled up, processed. It is not a wing. You can't have beer and boneless. What is that? You can't have it. You cannot have it. That if you got a wing, it's got a bone in it. If it says it's boneless, it's because it's not a wing. It's a nugget. It is a nugget all day. You might as well just go outside and play marbles with those things. You can't do that with a bone. You cannot do it. That is just ridiculous. Boy, you talk about pressing my buttons. Every time I see that, it's killing me. It's just killing me. Boneless wings. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know, Cassidy. I know. He pressed the button though.
Oh man. Check out Hooters. They're doing a deal right now. It's the March Madness deal. 16 boneless wings and fries for $16. Oh
my goodness.
Wow. There's my one in the chamber.
Next thing you know, they're going to be trying to sell us fish sticks.
Facts. That is real. A fish stick is insane. Yes. Fish sticks are crazy. I used to love them, though, but I was a baby. Oh, man.
Hey, you know what? I got one in the chamber for you. So we talked about the fight between South Carolina and LSU, the little shoving match or whatever that was going on, and we picked our winners and all that other stuff. And you had some feelings and some thoughts about some of the people that didn't join in on the fight or the scuffle. And that whole little thing. Where was your girl Angel?
Yeah, that's so tough. It's so tough for me. For someone who talks that image of trying to be the bad girl on social media, which let me preface this by saying I do love Angel Reese. She's a great player. She's a phenomenal player. She's not a thug or gangster the media makes her out to be. Pero at the same time, you're the big woman on the team. Hit somebody, bro. You should have been in the headlines. If you're the main player, you got to be in the headlines for standing up for your girls. You needed to body slam her. And then, boom, Cardoza hits your girl. That's who you hit. You go get Cardoza. You go knock down the big dog, right? You know what kind of props you would have got? But no. You're over there messing around, playing around with Haley Van Leith. And you're not in there getting right. Angel Reese, where were you?
Well, I had cramps, and so I was on the side stretching my glutes out.
Angel Reese, I don't care. Get in there and box, bro. You're 6'12". You are 6'12". You're huge. Get active. It blows my mind. If I was 6'12" with these against women, I'm throwing bombs. I'm bombing them. Angel Reese, you should have knocked somebody out. They should have had to put you in prison and make it a whole thing. You need to be better next time. In the tournament, you know what you have to do. You know exactly what you have to do now. Hey, sacrifice the game. It's more than a game, right? You're already going to the league. You already got NIL deals. None of that matters. Stand up for your girls. You got to punch Cardoza in her mouth. You got to hit her. She has to be beat on. I'm sorry. That's the only way you'll get respect. Hey, you want respect? That's how you get it. That's how you get it. And then, hey, sleeper. Get active, Angel. But I love you. I like you. So.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yes. So with that, March Madness right around the corner. Can't wait to get into that. That's probably what the next few shows are going to be filled with. Because you know it's going to be chaotic and insane. There's going to be Cinderellas, number 1 seeds getting knocked out early. Little 12 seeds no one even heard of. Drake, don't sleep on him, going crazy in the tournament. So we can't wait. Super excited. It's going to be right here on Son of a Gun.
Hey. Well, we've had a lot of fun, but now we got to run. I'm Big Daddy. He's Son of a Gun. Now, March Madness is starting. Vroom, vroom, vroom. We got to get up out of here, but not without the boom.
Peace to my grandma, yeah, she raised the dawn.
Nice.
Yeah, and shout out to my mom, I'm a son of a gun.